Back to the phone lines. We'll talk next to Robert. He's a Canadian listener, Montreal, Quebec. Hi, Robert.
Hi. Really appreciate your program. I've just, new listener since actually end of last year.
Oh, wow.
And amazing. Very, very profound program.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. I had a little question for you concerning God's will for our vocation. I seem to still be sometimes confused on the vocation or direction if my vocation I'm taking and the vision I had is the right path towards the light and not towards the darkness. I could explain probably further by saying this path is musical. I always had the gift of music, singing, performing. I recently started a show which a lot of people appreciate, love, and I've had this since I was young, and I felt I wanted to use this talent through touching people and at the same time probably touching and witnessing to many others. But I seem to, there's many obstacles. And when do we know when to stop, or when do we know that this is really not the right path?
Yeah, God, Robert, leads us through people and through circumstances. And so what we do is we are ships that are not anchored, but ships that are moving, and God directs that moving ship. So as you move towards your passion, to the exercise of the gift that God has given you, God is going to open some doors and close other doors, but He will most certainly use your gift. He didn't give you a gift for no reason at all. He gave you specific gifts, and you are called to use your gifts according to the grace given to you, just as I'm called to use my gift according to the grace given to me. But that does not mean that we are not going to encounter obstacles. Of course we will. Satan does not want us to fully exercise our gift, because when we do, we bring glory to God. So we can expect opposition, but nonetheless continue to move and see God directing us in the midst of that opposition. So He directs again a moving ship, and most notably moves us through persons and through circumstances. So there will be doors that open as a result of the people you encounter and the experiences or circumstances that you experience.
Okay. And so, of course, I always had that fear that field is it's very easy to fall. And, of course, I guess it's got also to do with confidence, having the strength. I know I've got your audiobook about the covering to put the full armor of God. But a lot of times I've always kept away from that industry because I was afraid of But then again, on the other side, there's the flip coin where you could touch so many more people.
Well, that's right. And I love the fact that you put the emphasis there, Robert, because remember, in the covering, the first point I make is that so often in spiritual warfare, we put the emphasis in the wrong place. We put the emphasis on the power of Satan to pillage, but the emphasis in spiritual warfare is always on the power of God to protect. Therefore, be strong in the Lord and in His mighty power. So if you do put on the spiritual armor, if you do exercise those spiritual disciplines that I speak about in the covering, then you are a threat to Satan, not vice versa. So we do not have to fear the world because we have the power of the living Christ within us. But again, it doesn't come through osmosis. It comes through exercising spiritual disciplines. We are